What's up, everybody? Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. Like for part 2 of our affiliate celebration stream. Once again, thank you all so much for helping me get here. Just... Why am I... Be quiet, you. Hey, Lady Meow, how are you doing? You had a good morning? Happy chocolate day. I'm buried in chocolate right now. I got some snacks for this whole double 12-hour stream. And you know, I think I overdid it, to be honest. I got way too much chocolate. I've also got some grapes though, so I'm also being healthy. And these are some good grapes. Look at the size of these things. Okay, you can't see it because it's the same color as the green screen. But I'm holding an invisible grape and it's huge. Did I do a U? I may have done a U just a little. I have way too much. I have enough chocolate to last me a month for these 2 days. Like, I've got a whole bunch of things that I've not even opened. Half this much chocolate would have been too much. Right, there we go. There we go. That one went well. Holding a bubble. Oh, is it wobbling? Oh yeah, I see. I've got my fan on because it's like ridiculously warm today, and yeah, let me toggle that off. Here's the thing, it's a warm day. It's not that warm, but I just got out of the shower. Then I had a big hot warm meal to keep me going through the day. And now I'm sitting here and I'm just melting. But yeah, the fan messing up the green screen was something I hadn't thought about. Gotta be careful with that, it ruins the immersion. You guys need to feel like I'm actually a floating head hovering in the game world, otherwise, you know, you're just not gonna enjoy it. What would be the point? Alright, so far pretty textbook. Do the air patrol here. Yeah, I've been a bit of a rush this morning. I didn't get to sleep super fast last night, and I kind of overslept this morning. So, well, I woke up at 10 o'clock to start the stream at 11, so There was some, thinking fast. Eating more bubbles. This hole in reality. You gonna be around for a bit, Lady Meow? Thinking I could do with putting somebody in charge of hint duty for Yume Nikki. Burzum dropped a link to the guide at the end of the last stream, and he was very insistent that I'd done all of the ones that I was going to solve naturally. Apparently the game just gets ridiculous after that point, which seems fair because a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the puzzles I've solved so far seem to be more luck finding them than actual skill in solving them. In the next 10 minutes, okay, never mind, don't worry about it. Like, I don't necessarily want to read the guide myself, but if I could get somebody to tell me just the location that I should be looking in, you know? But like, some of the things we found are just random events. You walk in and out of the room over and over again until it happens. Okay, yeah, okay. We'll maybe do it later then. I really enjoy the atmosphere of Yume Nikki, but don't know how super sold I am on the actual puzzles as such. Puzzle is maybe even the wrong word. I don't think you're supposed to solve the game, you're just supposed to wander around and experience it. Like, I don't know that we're accomplishing anything, we're just finding more effects to make different random stuff happen. We've not been told that there's a goal or anything. I can't conceive of what the ending would look like. There we go. He does that alternate rotation like one time in 20 and it just throws me off a little. Puts me in a slightly different spot when I jump. Don't know what causes it. If there is a cause and it's not just random. Okay, there we go. Didn't get the dash off in time. Maybe. She's got the door to her room that she refuses to go through. Maybe once she's gotten all of her effects, she'll be ready to enter the outside world. Then it's an entirely different dream, yeah. I've not had my medicines. I'm more concerned that we're gonna wake up at the end and the bird woman will be stood over our bed, and it turns out the whole thing was a dream all along. We're actually in a coma. And the stream games, every time you play it's something different. I mean, Lovely Sweet Dream was kinda like that. Maybe I had to play Lovely Sweet Dream for a while. Compare and contrast. Yeah, maybe this is all one of her other dreams. Maybe every game is the Yume Nikki protagonist dreaming. It all ties together. They're all set in the same cinematic universe as part of one person's delusion. I never watched it, but wasn't there a TV show that did something like that? It was all about a kid having bizarre dreams, and they did a crossover with tons of other shows where the dreams were revealed to be, like the episodes are taking place in his dreams. So technically a whole bunch of shows out there are canonically one of his delusions. I know Star Trek is one of them. They did a Star Trek crossover episode. So in theory, all of Star Trek was hallucinated by this one kid. And like technically, like half of television is his cinematic universe, and it's all just his dreams. Yeah. Get in this rotation. There we go. So far this is all going disturbingly well. I can even mess up and get killed by the figure leaves. Almost got killed by the owl bat though. So I dreamt last night that I was watching / in Marvel Endgame, except it was all DC characters fighting Thanos after the Infinity disintegration thing. The big plot twist was that everybody thought Batman had disintegrated, but actually Batman hadn't disintegrated, it was all a ruse. Oh, that was weird. He spawned an extra one. And then he died on his own. guess we reached the point where that segment ends. I guess I just killed them really fast this time, so they had time to spawn an extra one, but didn't have time for them to do anything. But yeah, probably a better dream than the actual endgame movie will be. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it, because it's basically just the second half of Infinity War, which I got dragged to. And to be fair, Infinity War was one of the better Marvel movies. I mean, I can't just stop the story halfway through, I suppose. But let's be honest, we all know that they're just gonna rewind time. Captain America is gonna sacrifice himself to power the time stone and bring everyone back to life. It's gonna happen, there's like no other possibilities. I'm a little disappointed with how they handled it. I thought they were going to be continuing to release like individual Avenger movies, like for the superheroes, set in the period between Infinity War and Endgame, and we get to see what this half-dead world is like, all the mayhem, all the horror, a bunch of the heroes, big heroes are gone, and all that kind of stuff. And they've not released anything. They're doing nothing with it. They're not exploring that world at all, they're just jumping straight to the film where they fix it. Ghost Train! Robot Ghost Train! The worst kind of Ghost Train. Just feels like a wasted opportunity. They could do something really new and original with it. But instead they're just glossing over it. That's kind of the problem I've had with the Marvel movies. They don't give you a genuine sense of threat. You don't normally feel like there's the actual chance of something going wrong. Most of the enemies don't put up, most of the bad guys don't put up a reasonable level of force to seem like they're able to beat the heroes. There we go. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Oop, getting tricky with his shots there. I don't know if that can still kill me after he's dead, but no, let's not take that chance. There we go. Perfect ending. The goal is always to end with that face. I suppose if they actually go back in time and prevent Infinity War from happening, so that the other films... Yeah, maybe you're right. Like, if Endgame ends with them just bringing the people back to life, the other films would still be valid. But if it does end with them going back in time and stopping them from dying in the first place, I suppose all the other films would actually just be, they wouldn't actually happen, would they? They'd be erased from the timeline. So yeah, you're probably right on that one. The erasing the timeline thing wouldn't be super cool. So that's probably strong evidence for the fact that they are going to go back in time and make it never happen. The fact that they didn't make any films in between. losing your music files. Ugh, I hate this. Oh, dang it, I thought that fish was already dead. Didn't dodge it because I thought it was gone. There was another fish hidden in the shadow of the first. And the second fish was Naruto. Oh, I'm dead. It's still pretty much a flawless run. Nothing's gone wrong until we got here. And I always budget for losing half my lives in the in this. This area is hell. Not in the sense of it's really hard, in the sense of this is actually the afterlife that we deserve when we do horrible things. This is a custom-crafted torment by Satan himself. That is what I mean when I say this level is hell. What a way to go. Not even like a shark or something. Maybe they're meant to be piranha? I think piranha tend to have their deadliness significantly overstated. Yeah, I see you later, Lady Meow. Thanks for being here. It was good to hear from you. Yeah, have a nice time at your granny's. Enjoy your Sunday dinner. And also your egg day. I'm reliably getting to the space level now. We're close. I'd be surprised if we got it today. Although obviously I'll be trying, but... we're closing in. I just need to get good at the space segment. I could really do with spending an afternoon just playing that bit over and over, but, you know, never gonna have time for that. Like, that segment is way harder than the actual last level. If we can reliably get past the space segment, I feel like we can do the game. We'll need to practice the last level, but the last level is entirely doable. It'll happen. It's just the space segment we gotta get through. Alright, here we go. Fish boss. Least favorite boss. Not the hardest, just the least favorite. That was a good rotation. Didn't one-hit him. If I can do another one of those, I feel like we can probably two-rotation him. Oh, I messed up. I hesitated on jumping for the next lower platform. The other platforms are hard to reliably land on there, because they're a bit more spaced out. So you want to try and jump for a floating platform that's got a lower platform underneath it. But I stole too much on the first set. I should have headed for the second set. It's 5 hits? Is that enough? I don't actually know how many hit points he's got. I think it might be 10. There we go, we got him. Hooray! Splax is doing the splits to celebrate. I don't dare do the rocket jump there to celebrate because there's lava. These grapes are freaking amazing. Right, here we go. Duel of the airship. And this guy, he's a worthy opponent. An enemy worthy of my skills. Just keeps coming back always with something cool and new. Like, Axel Gear is no match for me. And the Pig King? Feh. But the airship captain, he's got style. Look at this, he's throwing barrels at me, come on. These classic moves. Whoop. I like that you see the smoke and stuff flying off to the left when he fires, because, you know, we're on an airship moving really fast. It would. It's not a good rotation. There we go. I hit him like twice there. Keep this up and we're fighting this guy all week. Today's stream, me fighting this guy. Least favorite segment on maybe my favorite level. Too much stuff. Enemies and traps? Outrageous. Well, that it relies on a sense of timing, which I don't have. There we go. Oh, that's artillery guy. Alright, here we go. Bring on the boogie bot. Ooh, oh, dang it, I overdodged. Okay, my bad. Can't blame the game for that one. I just kind of walked into that. I was thinking about Boogie. Look at that wiggle. Give this another go. Okay. It's being aggressive today. I'm hesitating to throw shots my way. This guy never gives up. He's determined. It's too bad they never made any sequels to this game. I'd like him to be my teammate. He should switch sides and join the Rocket Knights. I mean, he's probably dead. Like, I can't exactly call it a confirmed kill, given the cartoony art style, but we did stab him a whole bunch. In hand-to-hand combat, he wasn't wearing armor. Alright, here we go. I don't know whether it's just because I love this level, but this is maybe my favorite piece of music in the game. Just feels perfectly suited to this somehow. It's got like what I would consider to be Sparks' theme running through it as he does this epic assault, but it's tied in with this extra edge from the city defenses, and that ooh noise kind of makes me think of like sirens as the city's under siege. It's a challenging segment. I mean, there's a pattern to it. It's not random or anything, but it's not super easy. It's easy to mess up and take a hit. It's a reasonable level of challenge. It's enjoyable. Forgot which phase we were on there. That was almost bad. Go Moon. Now they're scrambling their elite interceptor squad, or single interceptor robot, I guess. And here we just spam the attack, and he doesn't really get us. Unless we're really unlucky. Which does seem to happen sometimes. Yep, there we go. Well, we made it all through that level and nothing bad happened. Magnificent. The concept behind this one is pretty cool, but once you know how to do the segments, it's a little too easy, maybe. Just continue to be faster than those guys. I like the idea behind it. The stealth/agility section. We're in the enemy palace, the elite guard hunting us, and we're dodging and weaving to avoid their devastating attacks. Dealing with traps and mechanisms. Oh, messed that up. There we go. Alright, here we are. In fact, we don't even need that the first time. Let's go get... There we go. Right, now we can ride the helicopter. I guess. Is this thing a helicopter? Would you guys consider this to be a helicopter? It flies using like a propeller. Propeller blades? I don't know. Points down rather than up, but I don't know if that's meaningful. This floating platform. It's a floating platform. Why are we giving it names? A flying machine. This engine of the air. The pig's desperate countermeasure to Rocket Knight technology. Pause the game real quickly while Sparks just sneezes. So we got this guy, and this is going to be a whole thing, so I'm going to chow down while I've got a moment. Have something to drink. This is going to be a real fight. Grab a cough sweet while I'm at it because my throat not doing so good. Alright, here we go. Alright, charge it back up. Keep going. Again, great game design that they give you a chance to get an extra life for the frustrating minigame segment. But it's not on the beaten path, so there's still a sense of challenge in getting to it. You can miss that extra life, so there's still a consequence from losing here. Just excellent balance. This game is so well made. Mess that one up. This bit I can do, but I can't do it reliably. Like, this is the part that benefits most in terms of difficulty from the fact that we're playing on crazy hard mode. Getting no hit through this fight is a lot harder than getting no hit in any other part, I think. Relative to the normal difficulty of it, anyway. It's just hard to judge. I guess because you don't do this part any other place in the game, you don't get that intuitive feeling for it. But at least I don't. Keep fluffing my attacks. That still sounds way quieter than it should do, doesn't it? But hey, Noelon, thank you for the 300 bits. Wow, dude. Really appreciate that. How are you doing today, dude? You having a good day? You had a good morning? Fiercely defending that biggest bit donator title. I'm doing alright. I woke up at 10 to start the stream at 11, so it's a bit of a rush. Maybe a little hard to settle last. Oh boy, I messed up. Come on, get going. We gotta recover from this. Maybe a bit hard to settle last night after the 12 hours, but you know. It's a one-off, I can manage. Oh, a 2-off, technically. Don't have to be ready for 11 tomorrow, though. I'm also in a cough sleep because of my voice. Not bad, but it's just... I think I came down with a cold at the worst possible time is all. Once again, I can't do this part, it's just not happening. Like Thursday, I was feeling just that little bit sniffly, and I was thinking about the stream the speaking. I was like, oh no. It's not awful. It's not a bad call, but it's there, you know. But I'll get to it. Every time.
After all this time, this is it.
This is a test bit alert.
I thought I'd fix the volume issue, but apparently not, because that's, compared to the gameplay, that's still incredibly quiet. I don't really know how to resolve that. I mean, the sound file I can maybe crank up, but the important thing is the message that you guys are playing. When you guys put in a text message for the text-to-speech bot to read out, that needs to be loud enough to hear. And it's not, and that's frustrating. I've got the text-to-speech bot cranked up to max volume. I don't know what's going on there. When I've got a little more time, I might have to Google the issue and see what it says. Alright, here we go. Frustrating thing is I've not gotten him past his first phase yet, where he just kind of gives you 3 hits and you have to mess up for him to injure you. There we go. There's the second phase. Okay, let's do this right. Get some space. Blow out the hit, step in, get him. Whoop. In some ways, the second phase is a lot easier. I mean, until you know what you're doing, it's really hard, but... in the second phase, if you mess up, that's purely your skill going wrong. The first phase looks easier, but there isn't like there's more of an element of luck to it. While he's just flailing around predictably. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's when he can get you. So the thing how a novice is more likely to beat an expert than like a medium skill person is. The medium skill person isn't going to beat an expert, they don't have the skill. A novice doesn't have the skill, but they're going to be flailing around wildly, and the experts might get unlucky by these unpredictable moves. Come on, we got this. We've got this. Three, 4, 5, 6. Nope, not happening. Oh, Sparkster? Yeah, he's a paladin. He's a wall of determination. Look at him there. Nothing phases that guy. But yeah, there's so much character to Sparks' expressions. The art team did a really good job on this game. You just really get a feel for the character. No dialogue, no text, no nothing, but you can tell what sort of person he is. Yeah, this game was so well made. Every part of it is just so good. Whoops. No! Okay. Well, I got the extra life. We're fine. We're fine. Stop! Leave me alone. We can salvage that. Yeah, it's a real shame the sequel to this was a hastily knocked out piece of garbage. I can't beat this guy. It's impossible. It's never gonna happen. Just give up. Rest of the day is gonna be me going after this guy. Yeah, it just didn't have the feel to it. It didn't seem like Sparkster. And they tried to make him more like Sonic, I think. Like, hey, we made this game with tons of care and skilled teams and lots of work and enthusiasm, and it turned out great. You've got 6 months, make another one. Yeah, how did they think that was gonna work? Yeah, he's basically Sonic. Sonic the Possum. If they'd made the second game as good as this one, this could have been a whole series. This could still be going the way that... like, they're still making Sonic and Mario games. Not necessarily good Sonic games. It's been a while. But there could have been more good ones in between, you know? They did actually make a, weirdly, there's a SNES exclusive game in this series. They actually made 3 games. I've never played the SNES one. I don't know if that's any good. Or how it fits into the timeline. Like, this game was released for both the Genesis and the SNES. Whereas the crappy sequel was purely for the Mega Drive. Or the Genesis. I'm swapping names halfway through, I don't know. So they ended up making a different SNES game. So we should play that sometime. See if we can find a copy and see if it's any good. 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay. Now I just need to not mess this up. Get some distance, lure him out, get the hit. Come back and fight me. Oh, he's backing and fighting me. He's backing and fighting me. Oh! Man, this guy, I can't do this bit. Terrified when falling, yeah. It's a realistic falling expression. Not enough games do that. That is the face that I would be wearing at that point. An hour already. Part of me feels bad when I see that I've been playing this game for an hour, because I'm like, playing this game used to take me like 45 minutes, and then I remember that's because I was dying on like level 4. He does have more reach, he's got like a pixel more reach. I have to really step in to get him. Sometimes I'll swing, it'll miss, and he'll swing from the same spot and get me. He's obviously piloting the Mark II. I'm stuck on the crappy Mark I. What are the Iron Man ones? Like Iron Man in the second movie, Iron Man had the Mark IV and War Machine was the Mark II. So the Mark III gets destroyed, right? Was that it? Or did he have the Mark III and it was the Mark II that was destroyed? So the Mark I is the thing that falls to bits, isn't it? The giant thing. Oh, okay. I was reading chat. That one was on me. Yeah, so this guy's got the Mark IV and I've got the Mark II. And, oh boy. Well, there goes that life. So my machine kinda sucks, but it will make up for it by putting like a cannon on the shoulder and some stuff like that. And I'm not convinced that that helps all that much, but you know, it's something. What's that? Hold on, in all the confusion I've lost count. Did I hit him 5 times or 6? I mean, bearing in mind this is crazy hard mode and I will one-hit die. I wasn't lucky. I think Iron Man does eventually upgrade the War Machine suit, doesn't he? Like, it changes between movies, I think? So he's obviously gotten a more up-to-date version of it. One that's not a crappy early model. I don't know how the government feels about that. Having their top secret stolen super weapon be modified by the person who refused to give it to them in the first place. Has probably put tracking devices and crap into it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe now that the accords have been signed. I guess he's he's like a registered hero now, I suppose. I mean, he was working for S.H.I.E.L.D., a government agency before, so I don't know why that's strictly necessary, but... I guess S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't keep very good tabs on them. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't keep very good anything. S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of a joke. Post-fall of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah, I guess. I've briefly forgotten that S.H.I.E.L.D. ceased to exist, but the Avengers stuck around through that. Oop. Okay, got lucky there. There we go. We got it. Whew. Well, I kind of wanted to see in, yeah. Became his personal army. Well, I kind of wanted to see in 2 where they send the War Machine after him. And what they could still... I kind of still want to see it in the movie. They send War Machine after Iron Man, and Iron Man's just like... Friday, activate War Machine self-destruct sequence, authorization, Stark 01. And it just blows up. But I suppose it couldn't happen in 2 because the whole point was that Stark wanted War Machine to exist. He wanted there to be a backup in case he died. With his whole sickness thing. Whoop. Doesn't warn him that she's about to blast him off into space. There's no time, okay? He's getting away. So this might be where we're game overing. Excuse me. This is easily the hardest segment in the whole game. And unlike the previous segment, no extra lives floating around. But you know, we'll see what we can do. Whoop. Here we go. This is why this is the hardest segment, the meteors. Just so many things coming at you, you know, it's just too easy to mess up. Oh, I can't even get to that guy. Oh boy. Great, now there's missiles everywhere. Yeah, we're done for. We are done for. We're dead, we're dead. We're alive, but we're dead. Oh, how am I sticking this one out? How did we get through that? Okay, I feel like I've forgotten how to fight this guy. My brain calls the nanny bot, and I'm not 100% sure why. Come on, get it, get it! There we go. Stage 1 complete. With us having been struggling lately, and me trying to build my skills back up, it's been a while since I've done this one. So I'm trying to relearn it, I guess. It's like the only time we see Axel Gear smile when he's firing that damn thing. Oh, dang it. Wasn't aggressive enough there. One thing this level does need, it needs a checkpoint. After the nanny bot, that's about halfway through, when you get into the next segment, and Axel Gear shows up, there should be a checkpoint there. But, I mean, there technically aren't checkpoints as such in this game. You always go back to the start of the room, so, Actually, no, there's a couple of places where that happens. Like, just before the train boss.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Steve's Retro Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. How are you doing today? You having a good day? Ooh. Oh, got the stupid missiles. Yeah, this is easily the hardest part in the game. I've not practiced the last level in a while, so if we get there, there's no guarantee that we'll beat this, but the last level is way easier than this. If we could get to the point where we could reliably beat this level, it wouldn't be long before we completed the crazy hard mode. Yeah, that's good to hear. From the name, I take it you're a retro fan yourself? Squeeze through there, there we go. Some of the hitboxes on these meteors seem a little bit wonky. Like, occasionally I'm sure I've hit them and it just doesn't... Oh boy. That meteor came in fast. Whoops. Okay, that was just me looking at chat when I should have been playing the game. Yeah, I've spoken to my doctor about a similar condition. Dead Space 3? I don't think I've ever played any of the Dead Space games. Are they the like, horror kind of space game? I think I tried to buy one once, and the guy at the counter... I think I tried to buy the first one, and the guy at the counter was like, "Can I see some ID, please?" And it's like an 18, and then I'm like, "I'm 25." And he's like, "Eh. You don't look 25. You look 12. Show me some ID." And I didn't have any ID, so I had to put the game back, and I don't know, never got around to buying it after that. I only picked it up because it was like second-hand. Ooh, what, wait, what? Stop. My gamepad just disconnected. What's going on there? Let's restart that. Just a second, guys. Must have caught the cable. Okay, here we go. I got some lives I couldn't afford to lose. Yeah, I remember when this game was cutting edge. This was one of my favorite games growing up. I mean, I started out on the Master System, so this wasn't even my first console. I remember we sold the Master System to buy the Mega Drive, and looking back, I kind of really regret that, because I loved that Master System. Like, getting the Mega Drive, no regrets. If, you know. But I wish we'd kept the Master System as well. I would have still played it. I had to buy another Master System when I grew up in all of my old games. Even though I tend to play them on emulator rather than on the actual hardware these days because it's more reliable. But shush, I own the games, I can do that if I want. I say more reliable moments after my USB controller just disconnected itself in the middle of a difficult segment. Probably in your 20s when this came out? Okay. Yeah, you've got one over on me then. How old would I have been? What year did this game come out? I was quite young. I think of one of myself... Oh, shoot. No, that was pure me. I think of myself as one of the early retro gaming guys, but 1993? I would have been 5 when this came out, alright. We didn't get it until way after that, though. So yeah, I like to think of myself as one of the old retro guys, but I'm actually second generation. All the Amiga and Atari stuff and all that came beforehand, that was before my time. I can't make that privileged claim to have really been there at the start. I got in early, but I wasn't there at the beginning. Man, to have started gaming on, like, Ataris and stuff. Just the honor, you know? Oh, okay, I was looking at chat. I'm sorry, I'm messing this up. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, my granddad had one of those old consoles lying around for a long... What am I doing? For a long time, where... I can't remember precisely which model it was, but it was one of the ones where you, like, put in a tape and you wait half an hour while the game loads up. The games themselves were actually pretty good for the time. But yeah, the fact that you had to wait like half an hour for them to load. It's pretty crazy. While the screen shows bizarre colors and makes weird sounds the whole time. But yeah, good times. I don't remember what games we had. There was an Airwolf game. Call the computer. Yeah, fair. PC gaming at its finest. We had an Airwolf game where you which I wasn't very good at, but the music was really cool. We had, there was a Mickey Mouse game that taught numbers. That's the one that I mostly played, because I was tiny at the time. There was a Fireman Sam game where you drove around and rescued people. Or in my case, mostly drove around and crashed. And what else was there? Oh, there was like this RPG game that was really cool, but I couldn't understand it as a kid. And I'd love to look that up someday. I have no idea what it was called or anything, though. Just remember walking down different paths and going through doorways and collecting objects and not really having any idea what was going on. I think we had a text-based game as well in the mix. Okay, come on, do this right. Don't mess it up. Okay, we got through. Machine code sounds, yeah. I don't really understand how those old things worked, but the computer thinking to itself, I guess. Whoop. Okay, come on, focus, focus. We got this. We've got this. We've got 2 lives left. We can beat this game on crazy hard mode with 2 lives. It's not even a challenge. Whew. Oh shoot, I keep doing that! I keep going in too aggressively when he goes for the laser phase. I want to get one more hit in and it doesn't work out for me. I really need to like make a save state on this stage. And just practice it a whole bunch between streams. If I can get good at this stage, we can beat this game legitimately. This stage is what's stopping me. There we go. Ghostbusters, Danger Mouse, and some platforming thing. Man, now I really want to see if I can find some of that stuff. I don't know that I'd be able to get legitimate copies. Oh, there we go. Killed by a meteor hurling in from behind me. Not the most climactic death. Might mix it up a bit then. Should we play some more Yume Nikki and see if we can figure that out, and we'll play some more retro games later? Might do that while Novellan's here, because I think I'm gonna give him the link to the guy. Should might be strong. We could play some more Yume Nikki. I might look up Noellen. Are you going to be sticking around for a while, like an hour or so? If so, I might link you to the guide that Burzum gave me. He says that the game gets really unfair after this point, and we do have no idea what we're supposed to be doing, so I might... Like, I don't want to read the guide myself. I want there to be some element of solving it, even though it mostly seems to be luck at this point. But if you could, like, tell me which areas I need to go to, because this game is huge, and we've got no clue. Okay. Yeah, I'll swap the game over and I'll dig up that link for you. Heading out with the kids for Easter? Ooh, nice. Yeah, have a good day, dude, and enjoy your day with your kids. Hopefully I'll see you again. Alright, I'm going to be back in a moment, everybody.